Kibbs Studio with another episode of Final Fantasy VI with your host Kibbs here and friend.
Dyson, hello.
So we found Sabin. Is there anything secret over here? And our next town that was told was hit by the Light of Justice was Mobliz to the east, I think he said.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh
was
yeah.
the Serpent Trench. And then
Oh
further
yeah.
than that was Mobliz.
Like we said before the episode start, how Jack got home from school early one day.
Yeah. The plumbing.
Because of the plumbing at school at school here in town, the K through 12 school.
Yeah.
That's how small it is.
The K through 12 school.
But yeah, I was sitting there. It was like almost 10:30. I'm doing research on stuff, and I hear the garage door open. I'm like, and my mom had left her phone at home that day, her cell phone. And I was like, because she'd emailed me. She was like, me and my Nana. She's like, hey, I left my phone at home, so if you need me, just email me, kind of a thing.
Right. And
I was just like, oh, okay. And then I was like, but when I heard the garage door, I was like, she wouldn't just come back for her cell phone, would she? And then so then I looked to see if I can see her car pulling in from the garage, and I don't see her car pulling in because it was as the garage door was opening. So I was just like, okay. So I go downstairs because I hear her talking a few minutes later, and it's Town and Craig, his friend that lives with us. And Town can't drive, but Craig can, so he just drives our extra car, Town and himself. So
maybe
I was like,
nowadays attack with zombie and petrified.
I just looked at him. I was just like with a what the fuck, kind of a look. And Craig's like, oh, it's senior skip day, and I just decided to bring him along. And I was like, okay, because I thought he was being serious, like because he's a senior. And then Town's like, no, a line busted and everything backed up back into the school.
Yeah,
like it wasn't even a school line that broke; it was just a line somewhere else in town that
right.
busted and went into the school. So the cafeteria and the sitting areas where they eat were flooded kind of deep. It was like a few inches with sewage water.
Ew.
So it smelled like poopies. It smelled like sewage.
Jack said they were able to, they had to eat their lunch in the classroom.
Yep, that's what they did today. Yeah, because they were sent home before lunch the day that it happened, and they had to eat breakfast in Mrs. Morris's room. Is where they had to eat breakfast that day, I guess. So, which was just cereal. Does Jack eat cereal here, or does he eat it at school?
Here.
He eats it here.
Yeah.
I always did too. I was just like, fuck no, I'm not having.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Yeah, I was just like, there's only one. No, there's 2 days where I'd sometimes eat lunch at the school. In high school, I'd eat it on Tuesdays when we had biscuits and gravies in Mrs. Morris's room, where the FBLA would make biscuits and gravy in the morning. And those biscuits and gravy were actually good. They weren't the school style. They were real biscuits and gravy. So it was like, yeah. Sometimes I'll go eat lunch. Breakfast there. But most of the time I was at home drinking a carnation in the morning. That's what I did.
Yeah.
But if we were having French toast down there, sometimes I go eat that because I did like the French toast. So I'd do that.
So they both have an amulet which protects against zombie. Not petrified, but zombie.
My junior and senior year, Brock's mom, Brock's family owned Soup and Samples. They were the owners of it.
Yeah.
When they sold it to someone else, it's no longer here. Basically, that's what happened. Like, dang it, they should have kept. They should have kept it. Is basically what I'm saying. But she, his mom, Brock's mom, was like, okay, girls basketball team gets to have free breakfast on game days.
Okay.
I managed both basketball teams, so Brock managed the boys team, and I mean he ate breakfast there every morning because they owned it. So
right.
And he had bacon like every day. He loves bacon. There's no human being I've seen more in my life love bacon more than Brock Friesenberg. And like, no, he's
a bacon eating fool.
He's a bacon eating fool. He loves bacon. And I'm honest. I'm being as honest and serious as possible when I say I don't think another human being loves bacon as much as that kid.
I don't know.
He's so good. He loves it. I mean, he'd wear the shirt at least once every week or two. The bacon strips and bacon strips and bacon strip shirt that he has.
Yeah.
He'd wear that once every week or two. Like,
all right, so we're gonna head east.
But yeah, because I was part of the girls' team, he asked his mom. He's like, "Hey, Dustin's part of the girls' team. Does that mean he gets? Because he's manager, does that mean he gets free lunch?" And she's like, "Yeah." So on game days.
Okay,
Oh, is this the blitz?
This should be mantra.
Yeah. Ooh, I like. Holy shit.
Wow.
That's like full health.
It was the same amount of health he had, so I kind of wondered.
Oh, that's cool.
Have another.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, him and his blitz might get you through a lot of the hard fights.
Yeah.
But yeah, so on game days I ate lunch with the girls' team. I ate breakfast with the girls' team at Soup and Sammy's. That's what I do. Because they did it for one game day without me. That was the only time. There's one game day they didn't do it without me, and then the other ones.
So see on the map there that long stretch of land.
The curvy stretch,
Yeah,
right there. You're
that's
next to.
the Serpent's Trail, which I'm just
okay.
crossing into. That
Gotcha.
bridge was
So, the one that was underwater before.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Yeah, my hogs.
And on that strip is supposedly a tower by the fanatics of Kefka.
Yeah, the cult.
Yeah, the cult. There's some shit up top too. It's good for you. It's good for the soul.
Right. Yeah, Town was telling me about the back edge, and he's just like, it smelled awful, old school. It smelled like that. That's why they let us out.
Rush.
And then the only thing I could think of, and when my brain went there, I was just like, what about I'm like, the school's going to be getting so many calls from mad parents that their kids are home.
Yeah.
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 I was just like, poor Karen. That's what I thought. Not only her, but the other secretaries too, but the high school secretary, Karen. I was just like, poor Karen.
We were lucky because his grandma works at the school, so.
Oh yeah, so she just
took him home with her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, she's a lunch lady too, so she was probably.
She was gonna be able to do much
in the sewage.
Yeah.
It was the PE teacher and like basketball coach Crane. He got there, and my relative, Mr. Woods, who works there, as he walked in, Mr. Woods was holding some rubber boots. He's like, "We have a situation." And Crane's like, "Well," because Town said he watched the thing go down, and he's like, the entire cafeteria is flooded with sewage water, and we need your help. And Crane's like, oh my god.
Oh dear Lord, no.
Yeah, so he had to put rubber boots on and go help other faculty members before school started with stuff. Basically help decide what are we doing.
What are we keeping here?
I'm surprised it took them that long to decide no school for the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been like, if I was
call the parents now.
Yeah, I would have been like sending people back, and people and buses that weren't there yet.
Yeah,
I would have been like, they waited till 10 because most of the time kids that are going to be late for school get there by 10.
Right.
And that's why they probably waited till 10. No one gets there past 10 o'clock. It's like, I'm already this late. Fuck it, I'm not going. It's like, especially high schoolers. There's a few days my senior year I started to have more chest pains and stuff like that than normal.
Mm-hmm.
Having heart troubles that year for some reason. Damn. And because of that, it was stressing me out. So I was getting forgetful about stuff too. And there's a few days I forgot to take my heart medicine. So I'd go tell whenever I'd forget to take my heart medicine, I'd tell whatever teacher. I'd be like, "Oh crap," because they could see that I wasn't feeling good, and they'd be like, "You doing all right today, Dyson?" Stuff like that. And I'm just like, and the whole school knew that I was, at least my teachers and stuff knew that this year was not not a good year.
Yeah.
I was having a bad year when it came to stuff. Because not only did they have one red light next to my name, later on in the year they had two. Because it was like, oh crap, like he's having some stuff happening this year. So they're like, be extra careful of him, keep your eye on him, is basically what it was. And
it's extra dainty.
Yeah. So I ended up, I'd be like, in class sometimes, like, I forgot to take my heart medicine. And the teacher would be like, all right. They'd with me, it was just like, if I wasn't feeling good, I'd just be like, all right, for something like that, I'd just go to the office and be like, let our high school secretary know, Miss Lola, I'd be like, Miss Lola, I forgot to take my heart medicine. I'm going to go home and take that. And she's like, okay. But she knew me, but she'd always joke. She's like, no, stay home when you get there.
Why is that so fucking tough?
Right? They're usually one of the easier enemies, aren't they? But yeah, she'd be like, make sure you actually come back. Don't want you staying home.
Come back.
Now, there were days whenever I was bad enough where there was 2 times I had to drive me there because I didn't feel comfortable driving myself because I was so bad. Those were days where I was having the chest pain and forgot to take my heart medicine. There's also days where I had such terrible chest pain, they just took me home because I wanted to go home because I was like, I can't drive myself. I'm like, I'm in too much pain. I'm like, I can barely move. It was like having broken ribs. Is basically the kind of pain I was having, but in my chest, I can't even move.
I kind of know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But we got it all figured out. It was I started taking Prilosec my senior year. Every few months, I'd do a 14-day long thing of Prilosec, OTC, and then after that, I changed my diet up a little bit, so I'd go eat healthier breakfasts in the morning at Soup and Sammy's. Brock would be sitting next to me with a giant mountain of fucking bacon, and I'd have no bacon. Be like, motherfucker.
God!
I'd be eating like eggs. French
That's what I was trying
toast.
to do earlier. Hope I got it right. It's kind of a tough one.
Is this the one that?
Yeah, here he is, the fire dance.
Oh yeah.
Text everybody on the screen.
Yeah. Damn.
I wanted to use it on those bloom fires.
Oh, the ones that are fucking shit up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
Wow, I got 2 sleeping bags off those little pyramid things.
Nice.
Kind of odd.
Fighting pyramids.
Yeah, right? Look.
Yeah, forest fight.
Ooh,
That's a
Buffalax.
That sounds fucking awesome.
Buffalax.
That's a cool name. I like it.
It's like a Todd McFarlane would draw.
Yeah, it's like a
Spawn hybrid.
Yeah, it's like an evil buffalo on laxative. Maybe that's why it's so pissed off.
One bite.
Because it's having stomach problems and it has to take laxative.
Earth. Boom.
Yeah. Yesterday, Brandon actually texted me pretty early on in the day. He's like, "Hey, are you gonna be home by around 5:30?" He's like, "We should do some Zelda recording."
Yeah, he was thinking about hanging out with you before he came over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you tell him? Wow. Thanks, Brandon, for being your first choice. You should have said that to him. Like, glad to know I'm your first choice, asshole. That's what you should have said to him.
They do not have much HP.
I don't know how.
Because I did 8 damage with Celes earlier, and then I did 10 damage with Sabin, then it died. So it doesn't have shit for HP.
Damn. Yeah, that's not a lot at all. This thing, though. There we go.
Ta-da.
Trying to probably make people mad if I say I've never been any of my friends' first choice. So, I'm not gonna actually say it. I probably have been, and without realizing it, probably. What really sucked is that back in...
I don't really worried about it, honestly.
Yeah, back in high school, my friends would always go to the movies and do this stuff on the weekends where I went to my dad's, which always kind of pissed me off secretly. I was just like, Phuckers, you know? Every time we go
Yeah.
to my dad's, I'd be on my Facebook and see all the shit they're doing. I'm like they go to the movies. Literally, I think like every single one of my friends from my class and the 2 classes below me went to the movies one weekend without me. I'm just like,
It's like a weekend at Bernie's kind of shit.
are you for fucking real? I'm like,
Fucking kidding me right
the
now?
only person missing is me. But
Ruff, 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 ruff.
are you?
None of those are intercepted.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Ooh-ah.
Get to fight some doggos. Oh, they don't attack; they just alert.
They just bark.
Yeah.
Just annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna skip that house.
Tara's in one of these, right?
She should be here, I believe. But I'm searching it.
Or whoever our next character is.
You already know.
Oops.
FedEx.
She'd have to be one of the first characters. She's like
One of the first few at least.
Yeah,
right?
she's the main. She's the main character. Yeah. And
just sleep away. Sleep.
yeah. She'd have to be one of the first 3 you run into. She was the first character. She's the starter character.
She was the very first character, yeah.
Yeah.
And was locked right after that.
Yeah. That's really weird that they picked Celeste to be the starter character for the World of Ruin.
I think it's because she was gone so long, and then she came back, and she was there to help. And then,
yeah. It made sense for her good story.
It just so happens that Sid was there to rescue her, you know.
I think I could be a good writer if I was on a team of writers for like games and stuff like that. I think I could be. I think I'm gonna start.
Plot holes and such.
I think I'm gonna start working on it. I think I might start applying for jobs like that.
That'd be good.
I think I might start doing that as long as I know it's gonna be a team of writers and I'm not the only writer. I don't know.
Brantford. Mama.
Oh, is she like raising orphans?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, can't all these orphans take care.
All these kids to take care of, yeah.
Oh, she ran off. Say it.
Dwayne, Karen. Yes.
Oh, there we go. The 2 older ones can look after him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Move. Bark.
Start getting him be borking hours. Borking.
Bork.
Oh, I see. She gets the room all to herself. Oh, there's not even enough beds for all the kids. Wow.
Because she's mama.
Yeah.
Just watch out. Judge Dredd will come for her. Mama.
You can't find any more. Why? Scared, bitch. Scared,
that
whore?
shit was scary.
Are you scared, whore? Oh, flashback, yeah.
Yeah, like
Did we see a Sabin flashback?
No.
Okay, I thought so.
Somebody please take out the children.
Are these the 2 older people that are there, or are these parents?
No, these are parents that perished.
Oh my god. Wow, the kids had to watch them fucking die in front of them.
The World of Ruin is a very depressing place.
God dang.
Your discretion is advised. 20 minutes in.
Only got 2 older kids to help them.
Yeah.
And they got doggos.
They got protection and or meat.
I have a crush on her. You can't take her home.
I wanted a 3-way. What are you doing?
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna go cry. Dwayne.
It's The Rock Johnson, baby.
Oh my god.
And the chance of a throughway. I mean,
Alright, I guess these
GSP
kids have
hair.
never seen westerns where the parents die and the older kids have to take care of the younger siblings and stuff like that. Wow.
Yeah, they don't realize it.
Wow.
It's probably the realization that he's gonna have to do it now. He's like, no, I won't do it.
Yeah.
I'll run away before then we take responsibility.
Yeah. I should give you a will to fight so you can go in a good world after you beat Kafka.
There you go.
See? I'm a writer.
Now you just need content.
Mm-hmm.
Guess I gotta move. Okay. I don't know what's going on inside of me.
My god, you're attracted to that young boy. You sick fuck. Kid, don't be telling me depressing shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, this place is already depressing as shit.
Mm-hmm. Guys are in a like fucking cave with lanterns for light.
Living like espers. Boom Baba's coming.
Oh shit. Is this when she actually comes out to fight?
Mm-hmm. I think Sabin and Celeste try to fight her first or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm just gonna hopefully equip her real quick. Oh, fuck. Shit.
Can't give her anything else while we're here, can we?
No, let's see, just those two. At least she has fire too, but I think it's weak against thunder, and I gotta hit the thunder blade. No, that was horribly wrong. It takes thunder like it eats it.
All right. So if thunder heals it, then what will it be weak to?
No other weapon I have would be that, but water. But I don't think water was introduced into this one. We can try fire.
Bitch. Nope.
Does nothing. Does death.
Okay.
That was scripted. So.
Oh, okay.
He got. Whoa.
I'm trying to blitz here, yo.
Yeah. What you doing, y'all?
Trying to run blitz for a sack.
Ice do anything? Come on. Yeah.
Oh, three. Jesus.
Wow.
Suplex, motherfucker.
She doesn't
Yeah,
have
dude.
Cure 2 yet. So. Fuck it.
No, just a random magicite.
Turn this invisible. So that means I could just give my guys potions. So I think it's items, or,
Magic.
yeah. Being casted on me will reveal me, I think.
Right.
So.
But as long as you're invisible, this thing can't hit you.
Physical attacks should miss me.
Yeah, but this thing's probably just going to use magic the whole time, isn't it?
I don't know. It's been using a combination of both. Depending on damage.
Ice seems to be the way to go.
Yeah.
Damn, is the X potion just like a super healing?
It's like max.
Mm.
It's best to save them for like when you're really high level, but
Right.
sometimes you can't help it. Dodge. Funbaba. What do we dead? Death. Death.
Escape. Oh, it escapes.
Escape.
Do you have to fight it some other time?
I think it comes back.
Mm.
Yeah, you have.
Oh, you tried to go out there with a thunderblade, bitch.
Shut it.
I just imagine Celeste is super mouthy towards her
Right.
as the only other girl on the team. Woman, I guess, because they have the little girl.
Yeah, realm.
Mm-hmm. Is she with her grandpa, or is she by herself too?
I do not remember exactly. Whatever. I'll have you, Longshanks. You dropped this?
Wow.
Finger. I need to check nitrocide, actually. I don't know if I can sit in one of these and get rest.
I saw one of my favorite streamers actually start live streaming earlier today than normal. Usually streams later in the night, like around 11 is when he'll start. He started at like 8 o'clock. I was like, shit. Like, I usually have my iPad going, listening to it as I go to bed. His live stream, he plays Fortnite like all the time now. He's fucking hilarious. He killed an entire squad by himself. And then he killed the entire squad by himself after he killed them all, he just screamed, "I'm a fucking psycho!" And it was hilarious the way he screamed it. I was crying. I was laughing so hard in my bed, trying to go to sleep, crying because I was watching it. Because I was, I'm a fucking psycho. In the match before that, it was just him and one of his teammates alive, and he had low health. He fucking Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus comes on, and he cranks it because it comes on his Spotify playlist as he's streaming. So people watching can hear it too. So he cranks it for himself and the people watching. Kills an entire squad by himself with low health, listening to that song, and he's like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "Miley Cyrus is the key to winning."
Gets a groove on.
Yeah. He's just super fun. He does country versions of all these like new rap songs and stuff, and he calls him Country Greg. That's his country character. He does a lot of voices. He's he's a bigger guy. He's like 200 some pounds, but you want to take it because he's tall. You know, he's a really tall guy too, so he doesn't like actually look super fat. Just a big guy, kind of a bulky dude. He's hilarious though. He's probably the funniest YouTuber I've ever watched in my life. But the country versions of every song he gets like hundreds of thousands of views. One of them's about to hit 1 million views, and I think it's the country version of God's Plan by Drake. Because it's hilarious. But he can sing in all these different voices and stuff too. He does a really good Cleveland Brown from Family Guy. He does a really good Cleveland. How are you supposed to get her to come with you?
Well, I thought you just had to leave and she like pops up.
Yeah.
And I rested at the free.
Did you talk to the older kids? Oh man, that girl's still really
pretty sad, huh?
Oh wow, they were kissing each other. Oh boy. Go tease him, kid. So I'd be like, I'm like, oh really? I'm like, you should go make fun of him. I taught my little cousin how to annoy his older sister, my other cousin. I was like, here, watch it. I'm like, do this, bud, alright? Lick your finger. That's what I told him to do. I'm like, now go wipe that on your sister. But I'm like, make sure you get skin when you do it. Like, so her arm or something. Not just on her clothes or anything like that. So when I told him that, it was just hilarious. I crack up every time he does it. He sees me, he's like, Dyson, watch this.
Look at this. Oh, what's this?
Because I do that to town when he's annoying me. I'm like, boy, get away from me.
Boy.
Like my finger, he's like, don't you dare. I'm like, I learned from the best. My dad is the master of annoying people. Yeah, something he does that's disgusting. He picks his nose and he wads it up. All that stuff he's picked into a ball. And he'll try to get people to, like, he's like, look at this. You know, he gets it really close to your face and you're like, you sick mother.
You got
nasty. Yeah. Or what I've seen him do to his, like, his siblings, he puts his hand down his pants, he'll scratch his nose, and he'll like sniff it. It's like, what does that smell like? Stick it in their face.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god. It's gross. But he cracks me up. Like when I tell him to shut up, he'll be like, open down. Because it's the opposite of shut up.
Yeah.
Or I'll call him a dumbass. He's like, that's Mr. Dumbass to you?
That's all Mr. Dumbass to you?
Yeah. I'm like, oh my god. And now I do that stuff to my little brother constantly. Because I learned from the best.
It's like monkey see, monkey do, right?
Uh-huh. Especially when it's your own father doing it. Wow.
Surely they don't gotta come back later on. I don't know. But I'm gonna cut this episode here. So we met Tara.
We're gonna have to use some clairvoyance to see how she joins us.
Roll D20.
Yeah, roll a D20.
Thanks for watching, everyone.